Hello and welcome to BCR. Let's get your trading day started with the following financial news and market headlines.
The dollar index traded at a low of 103.88 yesterday, with the market remaining largely calm. Meanwhile, a decline in U.S. Treasury yields seems to be weakening the dollar, while minor data releases failed to elicit significant reactions. The dollar index is currently experiencing a slight decline, positioned at the 104.10 level. As the Federal Reserve adjusts its cautious stance based on the latest data, the mild market fluctuations of the dollar continue to stir interest. The hot labor market data released last week may justify delaying the easing cycle, and Federal Reserve officials are calling for patience. If data shows the economy is resilient and easing expectations adjust, the dollar could rise further. Gold prices pulled back from a historical high above $2,365, but found support near $2,350. The benchmark 10-year U.S. Treasury yield fell by more than 1% on the day, keeping gold in the green. In Tuesday's Asian session, gold entered a bullish consolidation phase, oscillating within a range below the previous day's historical high at the $2,350 level. Gold prices retreated after touching a historical peak of $2,354 at the start of the week. With U.S. Treasury yields rising and the likelihood of further rate cuts by the Federal Reserve diminishing, gold prices continued to rise. The stronger-than-expected U.S. non-farm payroll report last Friday was not an excuse for the rise in the non-yielding metal. Due to the failure of ceasefire talks between Israel and Hamas in Egypt, WTI prices have risen. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu announced Israel's intention to continue with its plan to invade the Gaza Strip in Rafah, without specifying a date. Mexico's state oil company may reduce crude oil exports by at least 330,000 barrels per day in May. The weakening dollar and ongoing geopolitical tensions in the Middle East have raised concerns about crude oil supply disruptions, boosting WTI prices close to a 6-month high. After last week's attack on the Iranian consulate in Syria, Iran's uncertain response may limit the downside for crude oil.
We hope you enjoyed today's market outlook. If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, feel free to leave a comment below. Remember to join us tomorrow morning for the freshest news and